This is a picture of a penguin. This is a picture of Adolf Hitler. Can you tell the difference? Because I sure can't. Both of these things are malevolent little bastards who need to be thoroughly examined and ostracized from normal society. Okay, that might be slightly melodramatic, but let's get into a reason why penguins kind of weird me out. For starters, penguins are birds. You know, the things that are always in the air, flying away when you're trying to make some kung pao chicken out of them. And it's kind of funny because penguins evolved to become aquatic again after evolving air flight as a species, which is kind of an FU to evolution, like, oh, you had me go all the way onto land and then achieve aerial flight? Well, fuck you, I'm going back into the water. But wait, there's more. Penguin's skeleton structure is completely out of whack. So, to explain this, I'm gonna borrow some help from my good old friend Sam, who totally knows who I am.
Yes, penguins do, in fact, have knees, but in order to hide full-grown legs into one plump cylinder, you gotta have a little skeletal trickery on your side. You guys ever do wall sits in gym class or elsewhere? One of the most torturous exercises out there. I now feel even worse for penguins, because not only did they have to deal with living in a frigid black and white hellscape, the most hostile environment known to man second only to the vacuum of space, all the while constantly pursued by ravenous, bloodthirsty sea dogs, but they're also secretly doing wall sits their entire life.
So, with that being said, you might think I've run out of things to criticize about penguins, but ba-da-ba-ba-ba, you're wrong. So even though most people nowadays are only mildly interested in zoology, if even, and most people have a rough idea of how big an animal is and should be, like elephants, large but not god-tier behemoths. Whales are, on the other hand, terrifyingly big, even though they're very gentle. And spiders, despite their size, are spawn of the devil, and snakes are twice as worse. But back in the day, a lot of animals didn't get that memo, and penguins weren't an exception. See, here we see a normalish looking penguin, until we pull back the mirror and realize he's actually taller than me. Yes, there was a point in time where you would actually look up to penguins, and to me that is just far, far too weird. Because the idea of looking at a giant ground sloth, despite them being behemoth monsters, at least it looks alien enough where it doesn't look too out of place, but something that's just normalish as a penguin being huge is just too off-putting. Another thing penguins have done is ruin the movie Happy Feet for me, because as I did a little bit of research for this video, I realized that Happy Feet actually isn't as impressive as I thought it was. Because when I thought he went from Australia, I thought he went from the North Hemisphere to the South Hemisphere to Australia, but as it turns out, emperor penguins are actually from the Southern Hemisphere, so basically he just battled a little bit. He didn't do anything that impressive. And same thing goes with real-life penguins. They have yet to colonize the Northern Hemisphere, which is kind of weird considering all you really need is like, I don't know, 17 within a 13-year time span to go to the North Hemisphere, but I don't know, it might be a little harder than it looks. I can't even get out of the couch without my third try. So the moral of this story is don't trust birds, especially birds that can't fly. Oh shit, let me fix this. There we go. Bye.